The loss to the Cardinals, Des Bryant was asked about his new contract and a new agency. Bryant left his old agent for Jay-Z's Rock Nation, and here's why. He says, "It fits what I'm trying to do, what I'm trying to accomplish in life. I want to be the best that I possibly can, and it ain't about a contract. It's about me branding myself and being an icon for these kids. I love kids, and they look up to me. I come from dirt, point blank, period. And every day, I'm writing my story, and it's getting better. I feel like they were the best choice for me. They can help me get to where I want to be. That's what it is." Well, according to our Adam Schefter, Jerry Jones does not approve of the move and wanted Bryant to stay with the longtime friend of the franchise, the agent Eugene Parker, who represented Emmitt Smith and Deion Sanders. Rock Nation sent the following tweet with Dez's decision. It says, "A warm welcome to the newest member of the Rock Nation sports family, Des Bryant, hashtag throw up the X." Here's the question. Is Jerry Jones out of line in his disapproval of Des Bryant's agency change? Skip Bayless, it's for you.
So, Stephen A., inbounds or out of bounds? I'm going to say that Jerry Jones is inbounds with his view of this negotiation, because I believe, and I know Jerry and used to know him very well, and I've been around him through a lot of negotiations, I believe that Jerry was actually trying to help Des here, that he was trying to save Des some money instead of cost him money. You have to understand. Are you okay?
Yeah, man.
Okay.
It would be nice to have some water.
That's fine.
Right.
Take mine.
All right.
That's fine.
You're good. You're good. Okay, let's start over.
Thank
here,
you.
okay?
Yes, no worries.
Appreciate
no
it.
worries.
All right,
no
you need to
worries.
listen to what I'm saying or you're not going to be able to respond, okay? Here we go.
got you.
Okay, Jerry Jones loves Des Bryant.
Okay.
Jerry Jones wants Des to make all that he can afford to pay Des Bryant. But Jerry loves doing business with Eugene Parker because Eugene, and it isn't because Eugene is a pushover in negotiations, he is a pro's pro. He has a who's who of a client list. I don't know if you've looked back at his past clients. He's got like a hall of fame of client lists going all the way back to Deion Sanders. And Jerry has done enough business with him to know it's a pleasure to do business with Eugene Parker because it's simple, it's quick, it's two men who know exactly what they need to get done and get it done quickly. So in this case, I go all the way back with Eugene Parker, who to me is, he might just be the top agent out there. And do you remember the landmark deal that Eugene negotiated for Deion Sanders with Jerry Jones?
Yep.
I thought Eugene took Jerry to the cleaners that day. 7 years, $35 million with $13 million to sign. This is back in 1995. It broke the bank. And a lot of people thought that Jerry had significantly, dramatically overpaid for one free agent, Deion Sanders, who had just helped San Francisco win the previous Super Bowl. And obviously, he came over to Dallas and immediately helped in 1995-96 the Dallas Cowboys win their Super Bowl and their final one in the Jerry, obviously the Jimmy, it was Barry Switzer that year. So my point is that that was a great deal for Deion Sanders. I think Des could have gotten a great deal with Eugene as his agent. But with Rock Nation, Jerry might not know Rock Nation. I'm not sure who's going to do the point negotiation, if it's going to be Tom Condon or not.
Probably Tom Condon.
But see, Jerry will say he doesn't want a long, bloody, acrimonious negotiation, which this could turn into. Jerry's a proud, stubborn, tough negotiator in his own right. But if he loves you and he loves your agent, you very likely will get a better deal that way. So I think Jerry was seeing it as, Des, you're going to do a lot better with Eugene Parker with me because I'm Jerry now, and I love you, and I love Eugene. Don't bring me somebody that I don't get along with. Don't make this harder than it should be because it could cost you money. Now, I loved what you read, the quote from Des about the brand.
Sure.
Obviously, with Rock Nation, the brand play could be great for Des Bryant. But I know what Jerry would say to that. He'd say, Des, you don't need to improve your brand. You're a Dallas Cowboy. You're our, it's between him and Romo is the biggest star on the team. So he would say, just ride it out. Just stay with Eugene because your brand will continue to grow just because you're a Dallas Cowboy. So I get where Jerry Jones is going. He's not trying to harm or hurt the bargaining power of Des. He's trying to help it.
That's your interpretation, and that's fine. For the record, I always listen to you. It's a debate show.
Okay.
If I don't listen to you, I wouldn't know how to debate you. Here's the point. From a different perspective, Skip, let me educate you from this perspective. young black dude, Rock Nation, Jay-Z and the crew coming your way. Nobody's questioning Eugene Parker, who, by the way, is African-American, and, by the way, incredibly exceptional at everything he does. As an agent, this is not to cast any aspersions on Eugene Parker. He is phenomenal, okay, and we all know that. And Des Bryant may very well have made the wrong decision. But you also have to understand that we assume that there's a level of trust when it comes to a guy like Des Bryant and Jerry Jones. Well, maybe the fact that Jerry Jones is so comfortable with Eugene Parker, that's what makes it a turnoff for Des Bryant. Des Bryant is an elite receiver in this game. His upside is incredible, so long as he stays out of trouble. Let's hope that we don't find anything down the line that he got himself in trouble or he's acted up or whatever the case may be, and he's being protected and shielded by the Dallas Cowboys organization or the authorities or anybody else. We don't know what the hell's going on half the time. But barring anything salacious like that, the fact of the matter is this is a guy that's looking at this man. And he's not saying, because Jerry Jones certainly hasn't done anything wrong to Des Bryant, but they're quick to tell you that business is business. Now, every businessman that I know in a position of power, most of whom happen to be white, usually they're like, okay, let me get the best product for the cheapest price or the friendliest price imaginable. You are a young dude, and you're looking at this game of football as a short window of opportunity. You want to maximize it at every turn. Jerry Jones will say, building what brand? You're a Dallas Cowboy. Well, that benefits Jerry. I don't know how much that benefits Des Bryant in terms of his wallet.
Yeah.
In terms of his wallet. I'm saying to you that, yes, your brand is you're a Dallas Cowboy, and you benefit because you're a member of the Dallas Cowboys and Jerry Jones speaks up for you and you're on the team and you're a star wide receiver. But that's money that goes into Jerry Jones' pocket. Des Bryant is interested in money that goes into Des Bryant's pocket, because once Des Bryant's career is over, it's over. Jerry Jones is going to be a billionaire until the day he dies. And so when you look at Rock Nation and what they're coming at these guys with, for better or for worse, because we don't know what they've accomplished, we can assume, we can surmise. Remember, their representative Kevin Durant got that $265 million offer from Under Armour.
Yeah, and Nike matched it.
Exactly, and Nike matched it. You got all of that stuff going on. They got the $240 million contract for Robinson Cano. There's a whole bunch of cats out there, the Goodwin brothers, Bill Duffy. They're African-American agents that are absolutely phenomenal. Henry Thomas, who Chris Bosh should be Christmas shopping for, okay? Let's just call it what it is. But Rock Nation is on the come-up. And what they're saying is this is about branding beyond the sport. And you can knock them all, you can knock Des Bryant all you want, rather, for his decision. But that's Des Bryant looking out for Des Bryant. Let's not sit here and act like Jerry Jones is doing anything for Des Bryant out of the goodness of his heart. Jerry Jones is getting paid. Jerry Jones is elevating the Cowboy brand. Jerry Jones is benefiting monetarily from that. And anytime an owner tells you it's not comfortable for me to be dealing with your agent, listen, I'm not sure I'm really excited about an agent who management is very comfortable with.
Usually I would agree with you.
You want a good relationship.
Usually
you want a good working relationship. But the comfort level, I mean, I'm not going to lie to you. I watch that very, very closely. You know what a capitalist I am. And the one thing I know how to count is the money that I didn't get. I count that better than the money that I do get. And when I don't get that money, I'm looking at somebody and I'm like, what's up? You see what I'm saying? And so to me, I don't have a problem with Des Bryant making this decision, because Des Bryant is saying they're going to do things for me beyond the football field. And I'm going to look at that, too. And there's nothing wrong with me looking out for my best interest, especially if the only pickup is that it might inconvenience you just a little bit. Come on now.
Okay, I get where you're going, but this is a very different breed of owner you're dealing with here. If you look at his history in negotiations, Jerry can be a flat-out negotiating pushover if he loves the player. Look what he gave Tony Romo. Look at it.
Can I tell you something? And I'm surprised that you didn't bring this up. We're about to go into deep waters here, Kerry, just be forewarned. Skip knows where I'm going. Do you remember what he did with Emmitt Smith?
Okay, the first time around, but he got sideways with the agent.
Time out now.
Yeah.
What I'm saying to you
But guess where Emmitt Smith went? Do you know where he changed agents to? You know who we wound up with? Eugene Parker. Thank you very much.
Forget all of that for a second.
Yeah.
I'm talking principally in terms of your psyche as an individual dealing with Jerry Jones. Emmitt Smith sat back and looked at what you did for Troy Aikman. He also, in fairness, looked at what you did for Michael Irvin. Emmitt Smith, I'll never forget this as long as I live. When they lost those first 2 games of that season after they won the Super Bowl and they were trying to go for back-to-back, and they went 0-2, and Jimmy Johnson came up there to the press conference. You were there. I was out of high school. You were there. I'm sorry, I was still in college. You was there, and you went like this. That's all Emmitt Smith said. He was speechless. I'm sorry, Jerry Jones.
Sure, yeah.
Jimmy Johnson, I'm sorry. Jimmy Johnson did that. And then a couple of days later, they finally reached an agreement. And that press conference, despite the money that Emmitt Smith got, he looked furious. I mean, like, he looked like he wanted to hit Jerry. He was so ticked off. And I remember, because I interviewed Emmitt Smith just a couple of years ago about that scene, and he still remembered it to this very day. You know why, Skip? Because you wanted to hold out when it came to me, but you took care of other dudes. This is Jerry Jones, too. So what I'm saying to you is when we sit there and we talk about Jerry Jones, you know, the Southern drawl, the manners, you know, the brilliant businessman, the hype machine, I'm not taking anything away from him, but he takes care of who he wants to take care of. And his definition of taking care of them may not be their definition of taking care of them. That's business. That's understandable.
Okay, I get it. But again, Emmitt Smith wound up with Eugene Parker. And my point to you is, I get where Dez is going, and your very first point was the most valid. Rock Nation is just cooler than an older Eugene Parker. It's just cooler, and I don't blame Dez. He says, I got to go with Jay-Z, man. I got to go with Rock Nation. Everybody's going with Rock Nation. I got to go. I'm on record. I will predict it will cost him some money in negotiations to go with Rock Nation. He would have gotten more, and we'll never know, but this is just my gut feeling. He would have gotten more money from Jerry staying with Eugene. Now, he well could get more in the brand play here from the big picture.
Let me tell you something right now.
Yeah.
If it costs them and he want to mess that up, the Cowboys might lose Dez Bryant. Now, if Dez Bryant is acting like a fool off the field and stuff that we don't know about, all bets are off. But assuming something like that is not the case, if the Dallas Cowboys lose Dez Bryant just because the owner doesn't like dealing with the agent, good luck with your future.
Okay.
Good luck with your future.
You know what Jerry would tell you right now? I'll be just fine.
I'll be just fine.
He would, because he's not about winning.
No.
He's about hype.
Well, we'll see.
Yes.
I've read that
Go ahead and lose Dez Bryant.
Dez Bryant
I dare you.
fired Parker one time and then rehired him again. It may just be Dez's nature.